okay, I have to straighten it out. The rollers don't pull quite the same, so I have to manually straighten it. Okay, so you're recording. So a couple of things to notice is there's no return key. So the carriage return is the return.
So you have to do the carriage return when you hit the end of the line.
Yes. And it's 7 spaces before the end of the line.
Ah. So you know you have 7 keystrokes before you have to use the carriage return.
Exactly. Also, even though it's a QWERTY keyboard, some of the keys are in different places. Like the quote is above the 8.
Oh. Sorry about that. Just took a little maneuvering. So you had a
shit ton of
pressure?
Yeah. That you get it through the ribbon.
So can you use it? Is this a normal typewriter ribbon, or did you have to get a special one?
It's the 2 spools. It's 2 colors. There's a red and there's a black. Do you remember when we learned to type how Mrs. Berry made a really big deal about how your wrist had to be up?
Yeah.
And when we type on a keyboard, you got your wrist down. You cannot get the key all the way up. You have to hold your wrist up. So where am I? Injury to space.
What is this? To Kill a Mockingbird?
Yes.
Okay. So you do the first page to keep, like once a month, to keep the typewriter oiled and working.
Well, and to keep myself in practice.
Right.
When I need to use it, if I don't keep in practice, then I try to type like on a computer, and you can't do it.
Oh, that's interesting. Sorry.
Sorry, I can't talk and type at the same time. Angles to his body. If you get going, you can actually get quite fast.
Right.
Sorry, I can't talk and type at the same time. Let's see, so I'm going to stop talking.
Okay.
And I'll go as fast as I can. You can't go any faster than that because it's a mechanical process and the keys will hit on each other.
Oh, right.
So that's it. That's as fast as you can go.
I remember that from our other typewriters. The keys would cross and lock with each other.
Yes. And that was a habit from typing on the computer, being able to, you're not supposed to do that.
Oh, yeah, crossing the index fingers?
Yes.
It's a good thing I'm not on camera.
Oh, there we go. Too fast. Okay. So the hardest part is that because there's no return key, I have to take my eyes off the book to hit the carriage return, then I have to find my spot. So there used to be things that would like hold it right up next to the typewriter.
Oh yeah, I've seen them.
I maintain.
Sorry, I keep distracting you.
Okay. So this is good. So this is the last one I did.
Right. So you can kind of see that it's the text isn't uniform in terms of the
shift, but this is the first one I did. You can see that the typing is noticeably worse.
Wow.
Noticeably worse.
Did you go back and retype over yourself?
Well, you can. You can see here's the backspace.
Yeah.
So I can show you a couple things what they used to do. Let me type something wrong. Like let's say the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. Let's say I didn't hit it right. Backspace. Wherever I need to go. Let's say dog is incorrect. What you used to do is you would exit out
and then retype it
until it was illegible, and then retype it. Let's say that I was talking to you. I didn't hit it hard enough. Whoops.
Now they know what it looks like when you cross the keys.
How that G is sort of faint. I can go back, and there it is.
Gotcha.
Right. So you have to really hit these things quite hard to make it show up. So there's a lot of things that you can move, like this. It says 1, 2, 3. Right now we're on double spacing. If I shift it to 1,
yeah, the other one was
single
space.
Single spacing, and you can also do triple space. There's something here. You see red, white, and black. I can shift the color that I'm using on the ribbon. This is a bicolor ribbon, black and red.
So you could, if something is very important or you need to do sign here.
If I can switch it to red. The quick brown fox. He keeps jumping over the lazy dog, right? So there we are.
So give it a carriage return.
There's a carriage return.
All right.
So it's called
That's
a carriage return because this is the carriage.
Right, and you're actually returning it
here because it's going to move all the way through.
I wonder how many people don't know why that's called the return key.
I don't know. So the thing that's really interesting that I actually had to get, I had to find the manual online. This is a 1937 Underwood Type 5. Is these are the margin stops.
Right.
Right? This one controls this margin, and this one controls that margin.
Okay, that's weird.
And that was the one thing that I could not figure out. We also have tabs, a tab stop and a tab clear, which I haven't used. This one's called margin release.
Oh, does that
say like
reset everything?
Well, no, it's just because this is mechanical, right? So if I want to override that setting in one spot and put a note in the margin,
you can just
hit margin release.
Oh, it'll go past.
Yes.
Okay.
This is also shift lock. So let's
it's
show
caps
shift,
lock, right?
Right. So these are the shift keys. So why is it called shift?
Oh yeah, you shift it up to the
shifted
set of...
because of the capitals and the lower cases on the keys themselves.
Right, so you're physically shifting.
If I want to hold
keys.
it, I can hit the shift lock, and it stays.
And then how do you release it? You just hit the shift lock again?
Yes, so I could say the brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. And I missed the E because they got set, so I'm going to go back. This takes practice.
To figure out where you are.
That's the E. Space L.
Yes.
So there it is, the quick brown fox. So if I release it by pressing the other one.
Oh, right, the release.
Oh, sorry. So that holds it.
And then you hit.
The other one is the release.
That's cool.
Now the last thing is you see how there's no number 1 key?
Yeah.
So there's no number 1, there's no exclamation point. It's not on this QWERTY keyboard.
That's, how do you do a number 1?
L or a capital I.
Oh.
How do you do an exclamation mark?
I don't know. How do you?
Close parentheses, backspace, period.
Wow.
So you can see how that completely throws off your rhythm.
Yes.
The other thing is the quote key. So if you think about, here's the double quotes and the single quotes.
Yeah, they're not in the same.
This is different from our keyboard.
Yeah, we have separate.
This is a quarter
and
a half.
Yes.
This is cents and at. But there's no dollar sign, right?
Yeah.
It's a capital S, and then a backspace, then an L.
Oh, that's cute.
So
annoying,
you see how you'd have to take typing lessons.
Yes.
And learn
what all the
be able to
key
get into the rhythm.
combinations
Like,
are.
for example, that is a dash. This one is an underscore. But you can't tell from looking, so you have to know.
You have to know which one is which.
And every typewriter, even though they're all QWERTY keyboards, we're all slightly different.
So you had to learn your particular model.
You had to learn your particular model. Like I said, this is the Underwood Model 5. And the one thing about it that drives me crazy is that the shift is slightly off from the rest of the line.
Oh,
So
it's actually physically moved.
The next time I get it serviced, so like see up here, see how that W is raised?
Yeah.
On the when. Next time I get it serviced, I'm going to ask them to try to adjust that shift.
I remember that with our electric typewriter.
Yeah.
The shift was always very slightly off.
The IBM Selectrics, because you've got to go in with a screwdriver and adjust it.
I was too lazy.
And
I didn't really care that much.
Yeah, so this is the typewriter. This is the, as you can see, this is the Underwood.
Cool.
The serial number is on the bottom, and it weighs a ton. I'm not going to pick it up and show you.
That didn't quite make it on, but they'll believe you when you say it's a ton.
It weighs a ton. You really could hit somebody with the, if you take 2 hands to pick
cool,
it up,
though.
you could crush a skull.
This is cool, though, because you've got the Underwood sitting on the old Singer typewriter table.
Well, it's the right height, yes.
Yeah. But it's cool. It's an interesting mix of technology.
Yes.
And the Scottish Highland cow. I'll put that in there for
I've got my hair tucked behind my ears. I don't want the way to look. So
yes. Smile for the camera.
Hi.
All right.
Underwood number 5. Okay.
Okay, there we go.